Come on, right? I understand people are going to say, why are you celebrating? You beat 12-year-olds. I've just been echoing it for my first ever watch along on YouTube for about 2 hours, mate. I understand we should have done better. That being said, we still won, and at least we won. Before we get into the game, though, this video is sponsored by One Football. Yes, now people, welcome back to James Redmond TV. And before you go into watching the video, I need to make sure you know to download One Football, top link in the description. It is fantastic. The greatest thing since sliced bread, mate. If you go there, you can get all your latest news and updates based on transfers, any updates with your team, and live scores. Oh yes, that is very, very true. If you're out and about in work and whatnot, and you can't watch the game, if you download One Football, you get instant score updates as well as transfer updates, mate. It is fantastic. I really strongly recommend it. I was using it even before they decided to sponsor these videos. And also, I'm not sure if we beat Southampton or not because this was recorded beforehand. But if we did, all of the more reason to download One Football. And if we didn't, then still go and download One Football. Enjoy the video. Right, I know that we've just played Aston Villa. Basically, that was recorded before the Southampton game. I look like an even bigger twat every time I play that as well. But shout out to everyone in the stream. Make sure you download One Football. Top link is in the description. But Liverpool have just annihilated 4-1 against Aston Villa's. Well, it was the first team, but it was a mixture of the under-23s and the under-18s basically playing, so it weren't their first team. But the reason why I've titled this video is At Least We Won is because that's the only thing, or the main thing that we wanted out of that game. Don't get me wrong, I was expecting kind of a thriller, maybe a 6-7-0. This is the Premier League champions coming up against an under-23 side, which I haven't heard that Aston Villa's youth is anything special. And I even only could name one player going into this game that was in their starting 11. In the one that was the scorer, in Louis Barry. You can actually go and watch me watch along now. You can actually see me talking about the game outside of just the goal scored. But I said he's the only player I know because 2 seasons ago he was at West Brom. Then he joined Barcelona last season. And obviously he's just joined Aston Villa and he's just came out and said it's the club that he supported his whole life. There was a funny little moment in the end, actually, where he swapped shirts with Fabinho. And obviously the coaches just came and said, hey, that's your fucking debut. Don't know why I'm doing a Scottish accent, but it is what it is. Hey, that's your fucking debut shirt. Go and get that back. So we went and got it back off Fabinho, but Fabinho said you can keep your shirt. And yeah, even though we did go and win 4-1, people, and I wanted to start the video on a positive note, I never want to rant when Liverpool win. We cannot dispute that that was still not perfect in any way, shape or form at many moments in that game. Yes, we had the majority of possession, but we knew we were going to have that possession. That was certified anyway. What we didn't know is, or what it seemed like the team didn't know, but I knew it, but it didn't seem like we knew it, is the threat of Louis Barry, but also the level of our right-hand side of that defence, starting off with Reece Williams and Nico Williams. And actually, in hindsight, Nico Williams had a very good game. Offensively was brilliant and defensively was okay. But Reece Williams, I think we've realised, and I'm not saying they had a poor game today, and we'll do the player ratings and whatnot in a bit. So I'm not trying to say they were shit, but we've saw their level. And we couldn't be surprised that Aston Villa nicked a goal today, because I see people in the chat, oh, but they still got a goal. Fair point, and even I was surprised and weren't expecting it. That being said, even though they still got a goal, it came on the right-hand side where I said if we are to concede a goal, that is where it will be, where Nico Williams and Reece Williams is playing. And lo and behold, what goes on to happen? Reece Williams can't keep up with Louis Barry. Why? Because he's at that level. He's at that level, and I'm not disputing Louis Barry, great youngster, one of the biggest prospects in the English youth setup. That being said, that goal can be avoidable with a better centre-back. How can you expect a Reece Williams, especially if you're starting him over Nat Phillips? That means you clearly don't rate Nat Phillips. So if you're starting Reece Williams above him, how can he sustain and maintain being in the Liverpool first team against Premier League opposition? He can't. And I've been trying to say this for a while now, people, but it's just the matter of the fact is we need to invest if we want to give ourselves a proper chance at this title race. I know this is the FA Cup, and people will come into me saying, James, this FA Cup is fucking pointless. And I was like, how is this FA Cup in any way, shape or form pointless? Because if you're telling me this FA Cup is pointless, by the way, it's a cup that this team, this squad of players, hasn't won. The last time we won that trophy was in 2006 when he's, oh, yeah, beauty. No, that was Olympia. What am I trying to think? Gerard, no, that was that game. Oh, you beauty. What a hit, son. What a hit. I believe it was. I'm pretty confident on that. Anyway, that was the last time we won it. Do you know what I mean? So I want to see this team go out and get it. I know it's not the most prestigious cup anymore, but it's still a cup I want to win. Therefore, I'm happy we took the approach. Next thing I want to talk about, the lineup. I liked the lineup from Liverpool. I'm glad that we still went with our best 11 and didn't just look at it and be like, oh, it's a chance for us to start our kids. Because we don't know how that would have went, because then you're just making it under 23s against under 23s. So I'm glad we went with the first team. Jurgen Klopp even said we just started the team that we were going to start if we were to play their first team. And that was the best case scenario and a great decision from Jurgen Klopp. Shout out to the 150 people that's in here. We started this stream quite late, but it is an instant match reaction, so it is what it is. Sorry, quite early, but it is what it is. Yeah, so in terms of the setup from from Liverpool, I was happy to see that, because we need to win these games, people, and we can't be taking this cup lightly no more, because it makes the season all the more better if you do go on and have at least a cup run. Also, it gives, I mean, not that we want more fixtures, but I suppose it gives a chance for the kids to run out, because even though you want to win them games, they're not must-win games like it is in the league, for example. However, breaking down the game, it just was how you'd expect it to be. We had possession as we were supposed to. We were the better team as we were supposed to be. What more do you expect? Basically, what happened there is what was deserved, except we did have a lot of poor moments as well. Many, in fact. And it was one of them things where, like, we were putting so many direct balls into their box, especially in the first half. We were putting so many direct balls in their first half. Henderson, Genie and whatnot. But no one was moving. No one was moving in the slightest. None of the front three seem to be as fluid as they are recently. And it's not just the level of opponent that we came up against today, but that front three, especially Mo Salah, because Mane seems to slowly be coming back into form. But Salah just looks off it. In the second half, he looked better, as everyone did. But in the first half, that team just looked... I think they realised in the second half, like, shit, wait, like, we're playing against fucking kids. We played against kids. We should have... That was the minimum scoreline I wanted, mate. That was the minimum scoreline that I would have accepted, with it being respectable. We're the champions of England. We should have won that game. And they made it very difficult in moments that we shouldn't have. That being said, it would probably be naive to just solely think that we would have went on and won that game 7-8-0, because even though we could have, that doesn't always happen. And I suppose it's a chat. There's no excuses for the poor moments we had today. It's just we are in a dip of form. It was even clear today, even though the result didn't look that way at the end. It was clear today we're still out of form slightly. The system doesn't look as sharp. I don't really think it's anything to do with Klopp. I think it's more the players needing to just find a gel together. I don't really know what it is. But my biggest problem today was offensively, there was no movement. And that was my only real issue. Again, we had possession. Aggression was quite poor as well. And what I mean by aggression is quite poor, because that doesn't really make sense. Aggression, the way I look at aggression is when not pressing down, but, you know, you're smothering them as you should be. Liverpool weren't being that aggressive. They were just kind of sitting off when they had possession of the ball, and they weren't really going all out gung-ho to go and win that game. That was the perception I received. I don't know what you perceived, but that was what it was for me. Anyway, Thiago coming on in the second half was a big game changer. Henderson coming off, I thought that could have hindered us a little bit. However, Reece Williams levels himself out. I thought maybe take off Reece Williams, bring in Hendo at centre-back. Just for the leadership, and, you know, he's a better footballer. He might not be a better centre-back, but he's a better footballer. But yeah, we look sound. What other substitutions did we do? I've actually got them here. We brought on Firmino, Xherdan Shaqiri as well, and then we brought on Oxlade-Chamberlain a bit later on, and Divock Origi. The standouts, I thought Firmino and Shaq looked really, really good. Fun fact, we've got 3 5-star skillers on FIFA, and all of them were on the pitch today for the first time together. Just know. Anyway, stupid stats. Yeah, as for player ratings, because we'll get into them, because we've done the breakdown on the game, and like I said, my final analysis, I'm just happy we won, and at least we got that victory, but there's still things to improve on, and we certainly can't get too excited. Today is as close to a friendly as you're going to get. Well, besides the Midtjylland game we had a few weeks ago in the Champions League, this was very, very close. In terms of quality, probably definitely the closest. As for our player ratings, let's get into them. Kelleher in goal. Didn't have a lot to do. Other than the goal, what did he have to do? And a few crosses. Not much. I'd say Kelleher 7 out of 10. But not based on anything to do with him. He done everything he needed to do. Sounds from the Irish Iker Casillas. Listen, I approve. of the Irish because he has. Left back James Milner, I thought he had a great game. And listen, before people say, oh, well, he should have, I'm giving these ratings based off the performance I've just seen. Everyone should have got 11s today, let alone 7s and 8s. However, it's just not the case. So don't think I'm trying to give these players overhyped. I'm just going off what I've seen today. I know they were playing kids and I know that's how it is, but they still got the job done that they needed to do. James Milner, left back, I'm going to give an 8. I thought he was really, really good. Was very good offensively. Defensively was very composed. Just made them look silly, as James Milner should. You are all 20 years younger than me. I'm old enough to be all your dads. Fuck yourselves. I'm glad that's the approach that James Milner took today. And it was great to see. Another good performance from him. Nico Williams, though. Did anyone see the class of Nico Williams today? Again, I know the level that we're facing, but Nico, not that long ago, was at that level. Under 23s and under 21s and under 18. He's been there. So, for him to come in today and look like a proper professional, don't get me wrong, a few susceptibilities at the back in 1 or 2 moments. Other than that, solid game for Nico. I'm going to give him an 8.5. And again, with Trent being really in poor form, and Nico, before Trent coming back, was in good form, and today had another good performance, is there a question mark we could start asking soon? Maybe not now, but soon. Nico over Trent. If Trent maintains the bad form, I'd be very interested to hear what you have got to say. Nico Williams for me, though, 8.5. Centre-backs, Fab and Reece. I'm going to give Fab and 7.5. Look, threatening from corners occasionally, but nothing crazy. And gave the ball away once or twice. Once that I remember stupidly in the first half. So I'm going to give Fabinho a 7. Then I'm going to give Reece Williams a 6. Thought he had a solid game other than that mistake, but just not good enough to make that mistake, mate. And it was a bit... Well, it wasn't even a mistake directly from Reece Williams. You could just see that he weren't quite as up for it. Maybe a 6 is harsh, actually. I'll say a 7. It's just poor that we got that goal conceded and it came from his side. Moving into the midfield, I'll start off with Gini because I feel like he was a man of two halves. I feel like he was good. He was trying to create things within that first half, and it looked really good when he was trying to do it. Other than that, though, his finishing was poor. There's that stereotype Gini can't score away from home. It looked like that was going to be the case again today. But also, it did look like he was given that more advanced role, and I even said in my watch-along, it looks like he's going to score in this game. And he ended up doing so, and I'm happy for that. I'll give him a 7, because even though he got the goal, and even though he has an okay performance, I don't know, my mind's really weird when I'm doing these player ratings right now. I'm combining how they actually done on the pitch and how they should have done, and that's not really fair. So based on that, I'm going to go with 7.5 for Gini, because like I said, in the first half he was poor, but looked very good in the second half. Everyone looked fantastic in the second half, though that was the case. Hendo, who played only a half of football, I'll give him a 6.5. Didn't really get too involved, but the teammates around him certainly didn't help him. Not trying to give him a scapegoat, however, if you move more, then them passes will actually make it to you, and it will give Henderson an option and start a thinking process of, oh, wait, now my players are moving, I can put that ball in that direction. If you're not moving, them long balls into the box just look pointless, and that's why I give Hendo a low rating. But, it is what it is. Curtis Jones, I'll say... I thought he was all right today. Bit lackadaisical at times, but I'll say a 7. Moving in the front three. Takumi Minamino, very interested to hear what you've got to think, but Minamino was okay for me today. One of his better performances, but still, I feel like it was only due to the fact he was playing, not players at his level. I feel like he's better footballers than all of them, but players who are his size. Because what I've seen from Minamino, is he struggles against bigger players. He struggles in the Premier League, even against Palace. He had quite a shaky game. But today, the only reason we're getting barged off the ball left, right and centre is because he's playing kids the same size as him. Minamino, for me, is not good enough for this club. Not on today's performance, just overall. If he was good enough, he would have shined today, but he didn't. And this is a perfect game for him to shine in. You can't just say confidence no more. Sometimes ability has got to carry you through, and even that's not shown right now. I'd say a 6 for Minamino. I thought he was okay. One of his better games, but not an exciting. Salah, again, a man of two halves, nothing to be too overly excited about, really needs to find better form. I'll still give him a solid 7.5, got a goal, but up until he did get that goal, let's be honest, every Liverpool fan was scratching their head with Mo Salah. Listen, my fucking Mo Salah, but He could have done better. That's what we need to address. And that's the thing, even with wins like this, you can point out what Liverpool done wrong. That's what I'm here to do. I noticed so much wrong today. And until we were 3-1 up, I was fuming. So why would I come on to this now and say we're going to smash our next couple of fixtures? Bear in mind, we've got Man United next. When that's what I saw. No, I'm not going to be too overexcited, mate. I get excited when I get reasons to be excited. But don't believe me, if we drew or if we lost, there'd be no energy right now. No energy. Fuck energy. Would there be none right now? Salah, I'll give him 7.5. Mane, thought he was really good today. Going to give Mane an 8.5. He's the main man. I don't know if he particularly deserves man of the match, but in terms of starting plays, he could have. Thiago, I think he'll be my man of the match. He came on in the second half for Henderson. Going to give him a 10 out of 10. Thought he was brilliant, as he should be, but he was brilliant nonetheless, springing some great passes. And you could kind of see the Villa players playing around him and just not really wanting to go near him, and rightly so. Firmino, he was sound. I'll give a 6. Oxlade-Chamberlain only got a few minutes, but I'll give a 6. Jordan Shaqiri, fuck it, an 8. I thought he created a lot when he came on. In fact, a 7. And then Divock. We'll give Divock a 10, you know what I mean? He hasn't had much for a few weeks, so we'll give him a 10. Be more action than what he's got in a while. Not in that way, you'd say 80 man's a bastard. Anyway, people, thank you for watching this instant match reaction. Thankfully, Liverpool haven't allowed me to cry in tears, which is boss. Just glad we got that win. That was what the most important thing is. We move on to the next round of the FA Cup. I don't know who we face, but it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? Players weren't great today, people. I see people saying Salah wasn't good today. And it's a fair enough point he weren't, but we still got the win. He still got a goal. He done his job. Now, it gives us another week to get better. It gives us another week to try and find that form. That's the positivity I'm going to leave you with on this video, and hopefully you'll take that. Anyway, make sure you smash the like. Make sure you download OneFootball, and I will see you all later. Oh, and subscribe and join the Redmond's army, will you? If you haven't already.